I just don't want to forget to ask you this.
That did not work.
Will
Okay,
you
keep going.
say what your credentials are? And when people are looking for a dog trainer, how they, like one thing I do, I'll just buzz through and look for, you know, are there e-collars and there prong collars? Like
Yeah.
something I just can real quick look on somebody's website and see if they're using it. And if they are, then I move on looking for somebody else. But can you help equip people to look for a trainer that's going to use positive reinforcement, but that they can feel like confidence in what they're seeing?
Man, I will say the training world is the wild, wild west for dog owners trying to navigate. And I really empathize for all of you who are trying to do right by your dogs and find qualified professionals who will not use any harm when teaching your dogs. And yeah, essentially you want to look for any type of credentials is like really the lowest bar. So somebody who says like, I've had dogs for 20 years and I went to this seminar, like they might be a good trainer, but unless they have some type of credential that leads back to official education or official testing where they are held to the standards of completing continuing education every couple of years and making sure they maintain that continuing education, there's just no way to know if anybody is any good. So and unfortunately, on the other hand, somebody being certified also isn't a guarantee, but it at least gives you a starting point. So, any type of like certified dog trainers, certified dog behavior consultant, um, uh, there's a bunch of acronyms that
Yeah.
I can tell you to look for. IAABC is a really good one. CPDT is okay. I teach and have a certification through the Karen Pryor Academy. So these all sound like just mumbled, letters to everyone. But I would say at the bare minimum, look for um, some type of
Certified.
official credentials.
And can for like let's say someone wants to get certified with Karen Pryor Academy, which is
Yeah.
you're one of the instructors
Hmm.
faculty then for
Yep.
KPA. Um, what is required of someone who wants to get certified as just so people understand what they're getting when they find a trainer who has the KPA initials?
Yeah, KPA's program. So we are an actual school, and you go through a program at 6 months that has workshops and testing and a ton of hands-on training requirements, and then there's a final assessment to pass. And so you know that they have that whole 6 months of education and being coached by another trainer. So that's going through a school to get certified. And the KPA itself is a very rigorous program, and there are a few other ones. There's like called the Academy from Jean Donaldson. There's the Victoria Stilwell Academy, and that's where you pay to go through a school. And what's really important about that, though, is just because you pay does not mean you pass, and that can be a big difference between a lot of programs. Some programs have that. If you pass and you do the 6 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, whatever, then you get, like your certificate of completion, or they call you certified regardless of how you did. So that is not the case with KPA. You do have to meet specific standards.
Mm,
So again, you kind of got to dig just a little bit deeper when you
for
see
that.
I know schools.
Yeah,
That's an
that's a
interesting
new piece
thought.
of information. Okay.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, think about it. And that's where, what's the term? It's like, yeah, accredited. Like you need like a level of legitimacy because anyone can say that they're starting a dog
Right.
trainer program or like a mentorship program. And so you have to be really careful. You have to be really careful. It really
That's
stinks.
so interesting. That's actually a very helpful piece of information.
Hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you. All right.